G'day and welcome to chapter 16 of my Mazda RX-323 resto videos. I've been a little bit busy lately, hence why some of these videos are coming in a bit thin. I've been doing a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. And building this. So now I've finished playing around doing that stuff, it's time to get back into the 323. So in this chapter, I get the oil pressure gauge in the dash and also drop out the fuel tank and look at options I have with the fuel injection, with the lines and the pickup, and I've got to put electric fuel pump in. So I hope you enjoy it. So I thought I'd give a bit of a recap on what we've done so far. So far we've got our RX-7 Series 2 front struts in, all mounted up, new brake discs, refurb calipers, and the struts with lowered springs in it. All the suspension's been redone, new nylethane bushes, they've all been repowder coated. Same with all the rear suspension, that's all been repowder coated, new nylethane bushes in there. So the other thing we've done, we've turned it from an auto to a manual. So before it was auto and there was only 2 pedals there, and now there's 3. And you've also got the gear stick now coming through the floor. The engine's in, it's all mounted up, engine bay's been painted. We've fabbed up all the hydraulic lines for the clutch. We've fabbed up all the cooler lines for the oil cooler, which go down to there. Radiators in, had to cut the support open a bit, the support panel, to mount it all up. So we've got the 5-speed gearbox in here now. That's all mounted up nicely, bolted up to the floor. You see where I had to modify the floor, just move the bolt a bit. It's all fun and done. If anyone would like to drop me a note, the 5-speed gearbox, I'm not sure what this one's out of. 5-speed manual. But if anyone could put in the comments below what it's out of, it'd be much appreciated. So I've got the starter in all ready to go. Okay, so there I have it. I've cut a small hole in the dash. This lighting rear stat was up here, so I've just moved that down. I can't remember what was there. I don't remember seeing anything in that position down there, so I've just opened up that hole a bit with a Ratstar file and then just put that down there, so that all works now properly, and just cut a hole, which is a 52mm hole, just cut through the plastic like that. And we mounted up my oil pressure gauge, which I think is probably the best spot for it there. At least it's nice and tight, it's not going to move. That's right next to the other dials. So all I need now, for instrument wise, is a tacho, which I think I'm going to mount it just up here so it's nice and close and they're all close together. So that's another job done. I just got to wire it. It's only 3 wires, one for the actual gauge itself, and then another one for the lighting. Interestingly, when you get this, you get two little covers for the globes. They're like little balloons. One's red, one's green. So I'm guessing all the dials here are all mainly green lighting. So I've put the green little balloon over the edge of the globe that'll illuminate this at night to match hopefully all the other dials. Yeah, so that's another one. Job done. So the next thing I'm going to do is pull out the fuel tank. There isn't much to it. It's only got the straps of bolts up here, probably 12 to 13mm bolts. The filler neck, which goes up to the inner guard up there. So I'll just undo this clamp and drain it carefully, and I'll probably just undo this bolt and then just let the tank drop down just a bit down here so I can drain it. I've got a container. Silly me, I filled it up before I started doing this, so there's probably 40-50 litres of fuel in here. So that's how we go. So I'm just going to remove this panel because in behind here is the filler neck. So if I get this off, I just want to see if I can get clear access to it to maybe get the whole thing down as one. So there's the top of the filler neck. So I'm going to see if I can just undo it from here and slide the whole thing down there as one. So there we go, that's one fuel tank removed. So I just disconnected this wire from inside. It's only one terminal on there, as you can see. Undid the earth off the top of the tank, which is that one there, and that's it. That's all the stuff here that you see I undid from inside the car, which just made it a lot easier just to drop it out, because the tank's still quite full. So now I'll drain it and get ready to start mucking around with the fillers and fuel pumps and lines and stuff like that. It's not the most efficient way to drain a fuel tank, but when I've got lots of other things to do, it can trickle in and drain out, and I'll just keep lifting up the tank until it's empty, because it doesn't have a drain plug on the bottom of it, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. Anyhow, keep going. So just looking inside the tank, it looks really, really, really good and clean in there. Okay, so there we go. I've given it a good high pressure wash and also covered myself in water doing it. So fuel comes in here. That's the main vent feed for when you're filling up. These are like the vent at the top of the fuel tank as well. And this is the pickup for the fuel that runs up to the car. So as you can see, it's only one. There's actually a little spot there where I can put another one. So what I plan to do is I can drill a hole in here and one in here as well, and put fittings in here. So I've got a return for the fuel injection system and a pickup and a feed, and then I'll run like a gauze thing that goes into the tank and sits on the bottom of the tank for the pickup, because this needs to be, this is only what, I don't know, 5/16 pipe or something. It's so small, it's not going to be enough. So yeah, so one thing that's really important when you're playing with fuel, well, I'm in a garage which is vented front and back. The other thing is, drilling into a tank is very, very dangerous. So you've got to vent the tank. So I've washed it out with water, and lots of water. When I go to drill it, I'll fill it up with water. And because any spark with any fume within this tank is very, very dangerous. So just a warning there, don't do that. So the next thing I do is organise some fittings, I think, and drill out these two holes here, and yeah, we'll see how we go. So I've been doing a little bit of shopping. I've gone and got myself a new fuel pump. It's a Bosch one. What do they call it? It's a 44. So that should be heaps enough power to power up the car. Enough pressure and enough flow for the fuel pump. I've got this as well. Just a bracket to go with the pump, so I'll mount that under the car. Got some aluminium 3/8 fuel line, so I've also got to run the fuel lines from the front to the back. And these are just some of the fittings, some aeroflow fittings that were with the car, with the engine when I got it. So I'll be able to use all these nice fittings, so they're beautiful, on the car. So that's what I'm about to start to do, run the lines, mount up the fuel pump under the car with this bracket. So I'll start doing that now. So I found these mounting points. This is where the exhaust, one of the exhaust brackets to go, just to give it perspective. There's the lower control arm, the handbrake cable. So this spot here, so I reckon I could probably just mount this bracket here and put the fuel pump right here. It's close to the fuel tank. It's solidly mounted. I've just got to change, the holes are just a little bit different, so I'm just going to re-drill the bracket just to so I can mount that up there, and that'll be nice and tight. So this is my fuel pump bracket. So I've measured it here. It's exactly 111 millimeters. So if I mark that between the holes, get my center punch marker, mark that. So this hole I'm just going to open up a bit so that 8mm bolt will go through. The other one I'm just going to drill with a small 3mm drill bit first, and then take it out to 8mm. There we go, it mounts up beautifully. That's going to mount up there on the tunnel and fit perfectly for the fuel pump. Well, that's it for this chapter. Hope you enjoyed it. In the next chapter, I'll continue with all the fuel lines and mounting up the fuel lines, plumbing them all underneath the car, and mounting them up underneath the car. I've got a few more parts to arrive shortly, and then I can keep going. So I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next chapter.